Hello and welcome back.
Wow.
We're back.
It's been a while.
Shall I dare call this season 3? It's been long enough.
How long has it been? It's been months.
It's going to be 2 years in March.
No.
Can you believe our little podcast of 4 subscribers? Thanks, guys.
And no one
be
likes
2 years
us.
old.
No one likes us.
I know. Shame.
Oh well.
Shame on them.
This is just us gossiping at this point. Yeah, this is just us gossiping. Ooh, that tastes like toothpaste.
Oh. Yeah, but that's how it started. Anyway, we needed a reason to like
this. So sorry, guys. My vape tastes like kiddie toothpaste. Try it.
God, like strawberry.
Yeah. Do you remember that Colgate kids toothpaste?
Oh my god.
It does.
Whoa.
Colgate kids toothpaste.
Yum. I want to take a bite out of that.
It's like I should be a wine taster, but for like vapes.
Oh, a vape connoisseur.
Yeah, you know when they do that thing with
Wave
the
it
wine?
around.
Yeah.
Smell it.
Oh, I haven't done my Duolingo today. Oh well.
Oh. Anyway.
My Spanish has got no better.
That's okay. We haven't seen each other in a bit now.
She just won't practice with me, that's the problem.
No, it's not that. It's
It is.
because I thought I had time to see you and I didn't say bye to you in December.
In Spanish?
No.
Oh, you were just talking more generally. I thought.
Generally, I didn't say bye to you in
I thought you
December.
were
I was like,
talking
see you
about-
next week. And I was like,
I thought you were talking about helping me with my Spanish.
no.
Which she doesn't.
Always help you.
Yeah, you just so you know, guys, when you say goodbye to someone, you don't know if that's going to be your last.
Yeah, for that I apologize. I was like, I'll see you next week, and you were like, see you next week. We actually hadn't made plans. I was just gonna
Life is fragile.
Life is fragile.
And on that note,
on that note,
let's talk about how fragile women's lives are.
Yes.
I don't know about you, sis.
Mm.
I don't know if it's like because it's the start of a year or whatever, but the pressure.
It's high.
Mounting.
Yeah. I think the pressure, start of the year.
Nearly 30.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, let's be real. 3 more years, but.
Yeah, 4 more years, but.
Like,
No.
So.
There's pressure. I think because a lot of our other friends are, I think
Maybe.
one particular friend is going through a very life-changing.
Yes.
She's pregnant.
And she's getting married and she's buying a house.
She's getting married, she's getting a house. Don't know how she's affording it because I can barely afford my own food.
Right?
For one, let alone a family. What?
And I earn more than her. And I'm still broke.
Honestly, I earn more, to be fair. We're not going to get into the details, but she does have a partner and they live in his house. His parents' house. So, obviously, rent is not London vibes.
Even still, I'm like, because our other friend owns a house as well, and I'm like, is this what we have to do to be able to buy a house?
Yeah, do I just need to
live at home?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Because I was talking to her, and I was like, how long have you been saving up? She's like, since uni.
Yeah,
I was like, well, fuck.
Yeah, she has, yeah.
Well, fuck.
Both of them have.
Yeah. So I'm never going to get one.
Because they both literally finished uni and they both went home.
Yeah. Well, our friend, she was commuting last year, so she got an extra year.
Yeah.
She got an extra year.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Is that what we need
to do? I'm not willing to do that.
No.
I'm not willing to do that.
Like,
and I was actually talking to my parents about buying a house, and they were like, honestly, how? 1 bedroom for that much? I was like, yeah. They're like, you could come to Florida and have a house of 5 bedrooms for that amount. Exactly. I was like, I know I can.
Absolutely crazy.
But I just don't want to rely on having a relationship to move out into my own place.
It's heavy as well, and you're like stuck. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you're tied in or you're stuck for however long. Like, if you want to break up with them, you're like, I can't. My breakup is timed until September next year. Fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
I think, there's a lot of pressure, and I think a lot of our income is now going to these certain changes, because obviously happy to have a kid on the way.
I can't afford to.
That's the thing.
I
just got a raise, and half of the little money that I had left has gone for like my fun money of the month.
My travel is £235 a month.
Yeah, what the fuck? What the fuck?
I will die on this hill. If you live in London and your taxes go towards TfL, which they do, you should not have to pay for travel.
No.
And our friend, who is a police officer, is like, yeah, just bump it. They literally do nothing.
Great. Watch me bump it every single morning.
I always see people like just ramming themselves through the barrier.
Yeah, but that's not classy.
The TfL...
That's not elegant.
I don't care. the TfL workers don't do anything about it. And then I said, oh, do they ever get charged? Do the police
like,
ever come after them? And she's like, no.
See, I would do it everywhere else. Like, I'd do it in your station, but my station at home is like literally
always crawling with police.
No, it's not that, but the actual TfL like person stands at the gate.
Ooh.
And I was like, I can't really get away with that.
Oh, they just sit behind the glass.
Yeah, but it's literally facing, like, there's a foot between the actual gate.
But I swear, where you live, I bet loads of people bump it.
Yeah, I see it all the time.
Do they ever stop them?
No.
Exactly. Bump it. Twist it. Flap it. So,
spin it.
We're talking about pressures we're facing. This is obviously going to be slightly more geared to women, but...
You're young woman, young professional woman.
It's just...
But I think...
it's just people.
Just nowadays, people in general,
as we are Gen Zers, technically.
I've gossip for you. Anyway.
Don't say that. Because I'll ask her, in the break I'll ask her, and then she'll be like... Oh, she'll be like, I can't remember.
It's not bad, but part of the pressure is... Actually, it actually ties in quite well into this.
Please write it down so we don't forget.
I won't forget, because it was actually quite offensive. Anyway, go on.
Okay. So, on that note, so obviously... Yeah, as I said, we'll be gearing it more towards women because it's it's our podcast.
I was gonna say.
Sorry. It's my show!
It's my show!
So, yeah, obviously we can't really speak on men, but a lot of these are similar.
Yes.
So, women have been feeling pressure for millennia.
Yes.
The cave women of the early modern period were probably like, ooh, my legs are really hairy. Although, actually,
they probably didn't care about that. They just didn't want their kids to be eaten.
I heard that... So, obviously, I love history. And I was listening to one of my podcasts. And interestingly, they were saying that the women would go out and get the food. So, when they're going out with the spears and shit like that... So,
we've been lied to.
There's evidence to suggest that it was the women.
So, we've been lied to.
Just so you know. I have absolutely no sources to quote for you to look at that, but I'm telling you, Kate Lister, trust you. That's the lady that does my podcast. Anyway,
can't stand it. I hate it here.
Right? So women have been, the pressures, I guess, that women were faced with was being fertile first.
Yeah, fuck it out.
Being fertile, being able to produce men, which makes me feel physically sick.
Produce men.
Literally.
Throw it in the bin.
Literally, yeah, they didn't give a shit if you had a daughter. They wanted
Speaking of having a daughter, do you think our friend is having a boy or a girl?
Oh, I hope she's having a girl.
Me too.
I hope for good Lord she's having a girl.
She better.
Oh,
she better.
Would you want a girl first?
Me personally?
I want a girl.
I want a girl.
Look at me. And let's be real.
If I have
a boy, it's going to be a homosexual.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I'm going to force it to be a homosexual for all you haters out there, but just the type of person that you're four haters. Just the type of person that I am. I have a feeling it's probably going to be a homosexual.
And if it's not a homosexual, it's going to be like a chief fruit fly because, like, I work in the arts, babe. Everyone around me is gay as hell.
Yeah. And your baby picks
up... The queer vernacular is going to be natural to
them. Your baby picks up on vibes. You're on your vibes.
Gay as hell.
If I'm watching, like, RuPaul's Drag Race on repeat because I'm on maternity leave, like, yeah, it's going to be gay. Have you seen that video of that kid that she's crying and the mom puts... what's it called? It's called Room Service by Pitbull on.
Oh my god, yeah. That's gonna be me with Bad Bunny and that.
But like, and then she puts it on, instantly silent.
I love that.
So she was like, what did I do whilst I was pregnant that this baby can only listen to Room Service by Pitbull to calm down? Facts. But so yeah, the pressures were to like have men, and like they were doing like all sorts of crazy shit, weren't they?
Yeah.
Like taking herbs, lotions, and herbs, lotions, and potions in order to have boys. None of it worked.
That's crazy.
None of it fucking worked. And like, what else was there? Oh yeah, like to be able to keep your man happy. They had those pressures. But they had to also be like ready and waiting for sex at any fucking time. But realistically,
still do.
Yeah, but realistically, like half the time they were like, this is shit. Can you imagine? Like back in the day, no head. Like I doubt. Obviously, it was a thing. Obviously it was a thing. But
no head.
Was it a thing?
It must have been.
Like it was obviously, but hear me out. I swear, like, because obviously the church didn't really, like it.
The church can mind their fucking business.
But do you know what I mean? Like, can you imagine? Like, you're like, okay, great. I have to have sex with this very hairy, bearded man that probably has gout, and has not bathed. Let's be real, has not bathed, and he's just gonna ram it in because that's what we were told sex was.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I imagine, like, sex in the olden days was. Let's just ram it in.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Fucking carpet burn.
Owie.
It's the rug
It's
burn.
A rug burn, yeah. It's a rug burn waiting to happen.
Yeah.
But, like...
And that's how UTIs were invented. You can make fire with that.
That's how they did it. That's how they did it in, like, the Iron
That's
Age.
how they discovered fire.
Yeah.
Just...
It's like a fucking powder keg. But, like... Oh, yeah, can you imagine?
God, I can't. I don't want to.
Because, like I said, the church were like, no head. You're only allowed to have sex to procreate. So, motherfucker.
But what if you swallow?
Swallow what?
What do you think?
Well, yeah, but, like, no head, vice versa. Like, they're not giving, like, women aren't giving men head.
Shame. Anyway.
And then, we were forced to be pressure to stay in the house and like being
no votes, no bank accounts, no driver's license,
but, like, being a 1950s housewife.
To be fair, sometimes I do want to do that.
Ooh,
I
am one.
Yeah, but you also work.
Yeah,
like imagine just being a housewife and not having to worry about bills. Like working to pay bills.
Yes, because
you have to worry about bills. You don't have to worry about paying them. Like the amount of times I've been on the district line held on a red light, and I'm like, if I did a funny dance in 2020, I would be.
That's it. That's it. If I started making slime in lockdown, I would not be sat here.
I would not be here.
But like,
and I didn't.
Obviously they didn't have to worry about bills, but they would have had to worry definitely about what they were spending at the farmers market and shit.
Yeah, but the husband just gave it to them.
Yeah, but he might have given it to them after the fact. Like, can you imagine having to, like, cook from memory?
What do you mean?
So, like, because, like...
Cook from memory?
They would have had the recipe books, but also, like, can you imagine...
What do you mean cook?
You're at home, and you're like, oh, what the fuck I'm just going to knock a dinner up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they only... I don't know, when did they start making recipe books?
They've been around for ages, but it's different. It's like they didn't have that option. Looking for an option, nope. Looking for recipes was not an option. Looking up, so just make whatever you want. That's why, like,
but you'd have to know what you were doing. Do you know what I mean?
Cooking is an art form that gets passed down through generations, verbally, the same as stories, and written.
Yeah,
that's it.
That is fucking...
You don't go into BBC Good Food.
And, like, I suppose there is one saving grace.
There's no Janet Lawson.
That's it.
And I suppose, listen to your mama.
I suppose one saving grace is obviously, like, back in the day there was such a community of women, wasn't there?
Yeah, and you can like confidently go into your neighbour's house and be like, "Do you have sugar? I've run out of sugar." Now they're like, "What the fuck do you want my sugar for? Go to the fucking shop."
Could I bother thine for a cup of sugar?
Yeah.
And it was so expensive as well back in the day. Like, sugar was expensive. Like, you didn't get it unless you were, like, super rich.
Yeah.
Like, as well, you had to worry about your man cheating on you, because that was allowed. That was fine. Like, that was cool.
It's not... I can't stand it.
Like, that was just fine. That was expected. Your man would, and, oh my God, that whatever comes with that, fucking loads of STDs.
Yeah.
You had to worry about getting syphilis because your man was fucking around.
Syphilis. You had to get pregnant. You had to
get pregnant. You had to
avoid, early.
Oh yeah, like 15, 16.
That's crazy.
You had to avoid syphilis. Hard to do. Very hard to do.
There's no at-home testing.
No.
You have to walk of shame to the doctor.
You just had to, like, I like to call it the stride of pride.
The stride of pride, that's great.
The stride of pride.
Stride of pride.
Stride of pride.
Stride of pride.
Yeah. And then you also had to worry about not dying.
I mean, we have to worry about not dying.
Very true.
Nowadays.
But like
there was a pandemic after all.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. If I started coughing up blood, it's game over for me, mate.
It's game over for me.
Game over.
111 ain't got nothing to do with it.
Fucking hell. Oh, I've got syphilis. I guess I'll die then. That's what that was.
Yeah. Well, count your days, babe.
That's it. Let's mark them on the stone. With my crosses on the like that.
The stick was at the 5.
Yeah. Let me get a tally of how many days I've got left. But obviously, as we know, things have shifted.
To an extent.
So now, obviously, women have careers.
Still have pressures, though.
Oh, God, yeah. So you, like... I don't know when. I'm not gonna lie. I've had pressures to be probably financially stable, like after I finish university.
Which I think it's more of a matter of survival. I understand your parents having that pressure in terms of making sure you can support yourself in a very expensive city.
But I'm 21.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. It's like when
I'm
you say
just a baby.
I'm just a baby. It's crazy.
Like,
or at least have some income.
Like when I had to, so I was in a first job out of university. It was really, really shitly. It was like really low pay.
Well, we had the pandemic as well.
Yeah, and I remember having to I just couldn't afford it.
Yeah,
I had a really shitty cheap flat, but I also just could not afford it. And I remember having to go to my mom and be like, "Look, mom, I can't afford this." Yeah. I was fucking mortified. I was absolutely mortified, and I was doing a meaningful job, and I had to. This is the problem. I was doing a meaningful job. I was living in London. I was independent, but having to then go to my mum like, they're not paying me enough. Please, can I have a sub?
Yeah, because being financially independent and working against the cost of living in London is counterproductive almost.
Yes.
It's like I can't. I think this is the first month because I got a promotion recently, so that fat paycheck has come in. I'm like, oh my god! I think this is the first time I can actually confidently
be okay
and know that I'm going to make it to the end of the month. Obviously, if I go crazy, I won't. But like with my general budget that I have,
you'll have quieter months. You'll have busy months.
Yeah, but like this is my salary, and I'm working a lot, so I would get things from my side hustle. But even then, I was like, I'm gonna have to use my credit card because I can't afford things.
Any big purchase, use my credit card anyway.
See, but this is like I won't have £20.
I know, it's so bad
because I have an invoice that's left. Yeah. So I have to use £20 of my...
That's the problem with invoicing, isn't it? The fuckers never pay, do they?
Yeah, sometimes they do, but sometimes those 24 hours, I'm like, oh my god, can you please just pay me 24 hours early?
And as well, like, you put, like, even with invoices, you put on there that says if you do not pay within the week, like, I'm coming for your ass.
Legally, it's 30 days. Ignore it. Legally, it's 30 days until you can put interest on it.
They just fucking ignore it. They don't give a shit. But, like...
I make sure they pay. Otherwise, I'm going to report them.
Yeah, same. But, like, the pressure to be financially stable, I feel like just money pressures, just generally, are, like...
Yeah.
They literally crumble me.
Yeah, like, because it's everywhere. Like, now we just had tax season. We obviously had to pay our entire life savings into HMRC.
Literally.
For them not to give it back and not give a fuck. But it's also, I think there's a massive, massive comparison. Not conscious, but just being surrounded with everything that's going on. Like, as we started off the podcast, we have a friend who's getting married. She's pregnant. She's buying a house. And we're also going on a fucking trip that we have to pay for.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many things. Our other friend bought a house, and it's like, I don't think I'll ever be able to do that.
I will, but I'll have to move out of London.
That's
I want to, but then that creates a rift, doesn't it?
Because that's a different type of expense. Like, that's the thing. The money you're not spending on rent, you're spending in travel to come into London.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, it's not, for me, it's just like, I'm going to spend money in travel anyway, why just not stay here?
because I hate it here.
But also there's like people that travel a lot, and I'm like, how we get paid the same? How are you affording this? What are you doing to and it's not even like I'm comparing myself, because I think,
but I do. I always do. You do. It's
naturally, but it's like, it's actually to the point where it's like, what am I doing wrong in life that I'm not getting paid enough? I'm not asking for enough of a raise.
No.
Am I being like,
but like, as well, I think as well, in terms of career, the annoying thing is both of us are, we're both in fields that just don't pay enough. They're just not funded. They're not appreciated. They're not, which
is funny enough.
And it's fucking annoying, because I'm like, what do I have to do to earn enough money? Like,
leave the industry.
Do a job. Well, but
I don't want to.
Why would I want to do that? Like, do I have to go work in finance? I can't count.
But it's not even that. It's like, I could
soul destroying.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, I'm obviously broke. I'll never be able to afford my own house. I'll never be able to afford my own car. But I know that if I worked in Canary Wharf, I would have killed myself already. But I have the transferable skills, because I'm a finance bro in theatre, essentially.
But this is the problem.
But it doesn't fulfill me.
But this is the problem with career pressures, is what do? Do you toss up lots of money and feeling comfortable that way, or do you toss up something that you actually don't want to kill yourself at? Like, it's ridiculous. And why should that be the toss up? Like, but even still, obviously my brother and sister-in-law are in finance. They're still renting. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's obviously they're in a much nicer flat, and their rent is a lot more expensive and whatever else. But irregardless, like,
it's crazy.
But they both went into those careers knowingly and willingly, and they still both want to kill themselves. So it's like,
who's the real winner here?
Obviously not really, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, but I'd be miserable.
Oh yeah,
I'd be miserable.
And also, there's that pressure as women that it's like, oh yeah, you can climb the career ladder, but only so far because you have a womb. Yeah. So are you gonna fuck off and?
Or if you actually do really well, it's like, who you fucking?
Who did you fuck? Yeah,
who you fucking?
But it's like, they're not allowed to do this anymore, but they still get around it. So obviously, like, if, say, for example, they're like, well, you're of that age where you want children, so you're probably going to go on maternity leave soon. It's like, no. Who said I was? They're not allowed to do that anymore, but it's the same with the, like, race and stuff like that, don't they? They get around it by saying, oh, somebody else was more suitable for the job. It's ridiculous.
Which is such a shame, because I just can't stand it. And the pressure of that's another thing.
Having a good job that you
enjoy, but you can afford things, where it's like, now I'm seeing, like, I think it's going to be a very shocking year. I can't speak for you guys, but I think it's going to be a shocking year for all of us.
Oh yeah.
Seeing how much money she has to spend, because obviously we know people with kids, like, but she's the first one of our friends who's like properly.
But as well, this is why I also feel really sorry for her, because she's how many years into
they're gonna find this podcast and be like
how many years into teaching is she?
Like 2?
Is she
2 years?
Yeah, but is she what's the word? Has she got her qualification? Is she like a fully fledged teacher now?
I don't know.
Because that's another pressure. Like, okay, fine. Because she was doing her teaching qualification. We don't know if she's got that.
Pegasa.
We don't know it. Pegasus. PGCSE. No.
PGCE.
That one. What?
PGCSE.
PGSE.
PGCE.
Yeah.
Wait.
It's PGCE. Yeah, it is.
Yes.
You're right. I just can't talk. But so I don't know if she's qualified yet. But that's the problem. That's another pressure. So she really wanted kids. Great, she's had kids. But if she's halfway through her teacher training,
she's gonna have to stop.
Which
is something I'm like not willing to.
No.
I'm not willing to give up my career just yet.
No,
and you don't have to.
My mum is laying it on thick. Like, every time I go home to see her, she's like, "When are you doing your masters, by the way?" And I'm like, well,
what do you mean?
I was like, I'm quite enjoying my work. I'm quite enjoying growing my practice. I'd quite like to be a little bit older as well.
Yeah, fair enough.
And she's like, well, if you want kids, you need to get your masters out of the way. You need to be stable, and you need to be in your job, as in like in your career, in your field, before you have kids, because she was like, I've had people, obviously she lectures, so she's like, oh, I've had students who were doing their masters at the same time and then they get pregnant, and I'm like, let's just
hold
the fuck on.
Hold on.
I was like, first of all, I don't want kids, but if I did, well, I want kids, but it's just not just not now, not anytime soon.
Yeah.
And I'm like, even if I did, my career is still gonna. I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
Like, you're putting this additional unnecessary pressure on me.
Yeah, and that's the thing that really
broke
my heart.
Old.
That's the
I'm
thing.
27.
Legit, like that thing broke my heart because obviously my cousin just had a baby, and this Christmas has been purely babies and weddings.
There's gonna be more this year.
In like babies and weddings, and oh my god, who's pregnant? And so I've been hearing my mum share her experience of motherhood with my cousin.
Oof.
And she was like, I had to give up my career. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Nope. I'm not doing that. I can't. But now it's the time where I'm like, I'm genuinely, it's making me really sad overall, because like, will I be able to afford kids?
This is what I'm like. Will I be able to
like
afford
now
them?
I want to have kids. Will I be able to afford them?
I can't afford a flat bigger than this.
No.
So once
for the first few months, that's fine. Just baby cot, but
like when it moves to the big girl bed, like
I'm gonna have
the big girl bed in the living room.
Yeah.
Like, the fuck?
I can't do that. I don't want to bring a kid into this world that I can't support.
No,
I can't.
And if I ever do, like, I would actually I know it's a hellish journey, but I'd much rather adopt.
But even
it's
then,
awful journey though.
It's regardless of the journey. It's like I can't like bring myself to go through my body changing and
that bit's horrible.
Just morning sickness and everything that I'm learning about motherhood. To give up my career, not give my kids.
Like, what? It was crazy.
Like, it's breaking my heart.
So my mum was 26 when she had my brother.
Which is crazy.
She was living in Wakefield with my dad, in my dad's mum's house. Then my dad got a job at Bupa in London. They moved down here. They didn't have anything, they didn't have anywhere to live. And they just moved down here with a toddler. And then my mum was working, and then she got pregnant with me, and then she had 2 kids, and she was just explaining this journey, but then explaining this routine of her career, because she didn't give up her career. Good for her, but she didn't give up her career. But there was a lot in place that meant she didn't need to, which it doesn't exist anymore. But she would literally, so my dad would go to work, she would get in the car, drop my brother off at school, drop me off at nursery, and then she would go to work. And I'm like, but I think I started nursery at like 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah. I literally dropped you off and bye-bye. And I'm like...
And I think nursery is still fairly attainable, because you just literally drop off and there's no like...
But luckily...
Bye.
So mine and my brother's nursery was completely paid for by the prison service. It was part of the deal. Doesn't exist anymore. So girls, gays and theys out there, that does not exist.
I see.
So she got lucky. She had completely free nursery.
Oh, that's so good.
Right? But that's bonkers.
Yeah, it shouldn't be
like that. And she was like, that's how I was able to go back to work. But she, like, hear me out, she was never going to give up work, not come hell or high water. But and my nanny was involved a lot.
Yeah.
But still.
Like, I can't physically, maybe not now, maybe when I turn 30 and actually have like
could I because I start work at 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
I'm up at 6 anyway.
Yeah,
like most nurseries, they don't let your kids in until like 8:30.
Yeah,
because most places start at 9.
Yeah,
and I'm like, well, where am I gonna?
That's where I think.
Where am I gonna drop my sprog off? I'm already getting up at 6. I don't want to get up any earlier.
That's something else. Is like I can't. The fact that I have to be ready. Like, there's a very long period of time where you as a mother have to get up and get ready first.
Yes.
To then get your child up.
Breakfast,
ready. I was like, I can't physically wake up.
I'm too selfish.
It's not even that.
I want my holidays. I want my free time.
Obviously, we like that. And I know that babies go to bed at like what 7:30. When you really think about it, I was like, I think I get home at 7 every day.
I get home at 6:30 and have to start.
Yeah, so it's very much like you actually have a good 3 hours. But I'm working with a lot of women that are fairly recent mothers, and they're like, yeah, sorry, I fell asleep at 8 with my kid, and I was like, God, that sounds nice. You're like, no, he was up at 5. I was like, oh,
yeah.
I was like, I'm learning a lot about motherhood working with these women, which is so exciting, so terrifying at the same time.
So terrifying.
At the same time, seeing my cousin.
How old is your cousin?
40.
Whoa.
Yeah, so she was quite late.
But that's getting more and more normal.
It's very more common because that was something that my mum said. She was like, when I was 28, all my friends had babies, and I was 28.
Yeah.
And and the doctor was like, why are you going so young?
Yeah.
She was like, young? My friends have had babies.
My mum was one of the first when she had my brother.
Yeah.
At 26.
Which is insane.
And then she had me, same thing, she had me at 28.
Yeah.
So my mum was a year older than me when she had me.
My mum is, what, 2? She was,
that's...
Because I was born, she was turning 29 in November. So I was born, when she was like almost 29.
Almost 29.
So I still have a couple of years, but she was getting married now.
Yeah.
Like, she was my age. And
but
so,
you could buy a house for 59p.
That's the
so
thing.
It's different.
You could buy a house, you could get married, but even weddings. Like, I'm seeing my best friends get married. I'm like, this is so expensive.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm just gonna take my man, get a ring on Etsy, fuck off to the Bora Bora. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
But like, the pressure to be...
Zoom wedding, guys.
The pressure to be in a relationship and married by now, again, insurmountable.
Yeah, especially...
But that, interestingly, has never changed.
That has never changed, if anything.
There are like 30, 40-year... There are even 40-year-old women that are still... And men.
Yeah.
But 40-year-old people that are still in flat shares. Because they're
Which depresses me.
They're like, I can't afford to live on my own, but also, like, I don't have a partner. So, like, yeah, this is where we're at.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I think culturally as well. Like, everyone who is like older is like married or in long-term relationships. So everyone's like, so when are you bringing a man home or a woman? We love everyone. I'm like,
when are you bringing so and so?
It's like, my career's going great, thank you. That's the thing. My mom.
Why does nobody ask me? What, like, when I was single, nobody asked me about my job. They were like, so anyone on the table? And I'm like, what?
Work fucks me every day.
Yeah, literally.
I genuinely say that. I was like, work fucks me every day.
Yeah.
Well, why do I need a man? Work fucks me every day.
Yes, it fucking does.
Yes, it fucking does. But I think that's the thing. It's like, I have known, and my mum, I think because my mum went through this, she's always been like, don't let a man, like, don't, focus on your career, don't let a man just
but it's so weird because my mum was so career focused.
Yeah,
she is the girl, but she's so traditional in that sense where she's like, you need a man. She's like so traditional in the sense she was like, you need a man, but I was like, but you're the breadwinner in your family right now, so what the fuck?
Yeah, I want to be the breadwinner by myself. And actually, I was in an Uber the other day.
An Uber Java.
And he was asking me a lot of questions of like, are you single?
Ew, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, what is this, Dr. Phil?
What is this? But we were talking and he was like, what do you like in a man? And I was like, I'm the man I want to marry.
I am not the man I want to marry.
I'm getting there. I'm not yet, but I'm getting there. Like, that's my goal.
Even marriage scares me,
Marriage, regardless of the commitment, like, just
the expense of it all.
The expense of it. I'm helping my best friend because her wedding's in Spain. And she was like, "Oh, do you know any makeup artists?" And I was like, "No."
And
I was like, "But I help you with everything you need." Like, how many do you need?
Trying to plan for a wedding as a full-time job on its own.
Yeah, it's like, how many do you need?
And you have to do it as a woman.
Yeah, like, it's like, how many people do you need for hair and makeup? I'm like, well, there's 7 of us.
7 bridesmaids.
7 brides. Well, 6 bridesmaids, 1 bride, but also mother of the bride, mother of the groom, 9. Plus, like, I was like, so
but also, why are you paying for the mother of the groom to have her makeup done, please?
Honestly.
No. Sis, she's old enough.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm not doing that. I genuinely, like, I don't even want to get married. Just, can we sign a paper?
I'm coming around to the...
Even, I was just like, out of curiosity, these like, civil marriages are really cute in the court, like, in the town halls. Very simple, small. How much is it?
Yeah.
I was looking at my council's like website.
What, in here or in Spain?
Here, Tower Hamlets. It's like £840.
What?
For the document. It's like another £1,000 for the actual like reservation and marriage spot.
I thought it was
no.
like a couple of hundred because obviously you just had to reserve the spot.
No. No.
What?
No. No. And also amendment of papers. So if we're not living together, let's say, or if we are living together but you're not registered at the council, you have to update your council as well. So you have to pay for that. Because you could.
Why is the world against us?
Honestly, but like, let's say you live in Walthamstow,
yeah,
and I live in Tower Hamlets.
Yes.
Let's say we get married, but we're not living together.
Yes.
And we get married at Tower Hamlets.
Yes.
You need to tell the council in Walthamstow that you're married.
But why does that cost money?
I don't know, but I was like, I don't even want to get married anymore.
No, okay,
I like the ring, but instead of marriage, instead of will you marry me, it's like we're married. You're my wife now.
So a wedding is what, min 20 grand for a shit one. Yeah. Min 20 grand, right?
Guys, I can't say for other people's wedding, let alone my own.
So yeah, a shit wedding is like min 20 grand. Do you know what? I'd rather you just spend that on the ring.
Not even. Spend it on travel. Like, let's go travel. You give me a nice.
Yeah, just spend it on the ring and we'll go traveling.
Yeah.
And never come back.
Never come back.
Literally,
just.
But also as well, like,
it's crazy.
One cock for the rest of your life.
Honestly. That's terrible. If it's the love of my life, I don't mind it. But it's people, because mind you, I've fucked around literally
and found out.
You know, did some test rides. Like, I've been out there. My best friend is getting married to the man that by the time it's their wedding, she'll have been together for 11 years.
Ew.
And I was like, do you ever not, like, what if you have a craving for something?
Right.
And if he doesn't want to satisfy it?
Yeah.
What do you do? Do you not satisfy it? Do you cheat on him? Love him, don't. But, you know, what do you do? Like, there's things that I'm, like, different partners have provided different things, which I love.
Yeah.
Like, what if my partner isn't into that? What if I want to peg a man and my partner's like, I don't like pegging? Great.
That's a shame.
Right? Shame.
That's a shame.
Yeah, so it's insane. I think because before, oh my god, engagements everywhere.
Yep.
Everywhere. If it's not pregnancy announcement, it's either someone's death or someone's marriage.
I feel though that is kind of just life. That's always been life.
It just so happens we're at that age of engagements, though.
Yeah, true.
Because even like my TikTok people that I follow, I'm like,
yeah,
guys, it's difficult seeing someone else live your dreams, but I think it's such a massive thing because I'll be shocked, I'll be happy for someone, and I'll say, oh my god, they're engaged, and one will be like,
but also
that's
like
cute.
I think the thing with like relationships and then marriage and even kids to a degree, I don't want to die alone. I don't want any of it. Like, I don't want a man, I don't want marriage, I don't want kids, but I want to die alone.
I don't want to die alone.
You feel me?
I think we should honestly just like have our big villa.
I'm going off into the woods.
Yeah, we'll have. Listen, no, what we should do is have a big villa.
I want a bar
with an east and west wing.
I want a bar in Bali.
No, not Bali. We have a like Love Island Billa with a Billa, with an east and a west wing.
Yes.
You take east, I take west.
Fine.
We both have one grand kitchen in the middle,
and then a stable for the dogs.
And then we literally have soundproof rooms where we can have sex with any and all men, but the house is big enough to not know when we're bringing people in.
That's fine.
So we can bedrock.
Let's pull all of our 30p together that we have and see what we can get.
Just that, wait, what's that thing in Italy that you can buy a house for like €1?
Yeah, and then it's because it's shit though. It's completely dilapidated, and the part of Italy it's in is in the middle of fucking nowhere.
And honestly,
great, fine.
I'll leave tomorrow.
And then don't get me fucking started on body image.
Oh, this is gonna be a really long episode.
Fuck up! motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like,
the pink tax pisses me off.
The what? Oh, the pink tax. Yeah. That's why I buy men's everything. I buy men's razors. I buy men's deodorant. To be fair,
Estrid is fairly affordable. I like them, but
I have an Estrid razor. Yeah, it's good actually.
Yeah, I love it. Love her Estrid
because you can like wet shave without needing to. What's the word? Put cream on.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really like so nice. But yeah, like. Shaving cream for men was like £2.50 and women's was like £3.75. I was like, for it to smell like shea fucking butter.
Big up.
Get fucked.
Yeah, literally, I know.
Get fucked.
I know. I even checked on Calvin Klein, men's boxers, so much cheaper than women's pants.
And you know what? I tried the...
It uses less fabric. How is that possible?
I know that you wear boxers. So does my flatmate. And I tried some on the other day and I...
Heaven.
No.
Ew. What?
No. Because the bunda, I would have to get like even
nappies.
Yeah,
like adult nappies.
I would have to get adult nappies.
If your flatmate has a bunda,
not as much as I though.
All right, what's this? My dick's bigger than yours. What did I just say about body image?
No, but it's just like the way that her body's shaped is slightly different. Like I'm flat. Hourglass. I'm hourglass. And the way that it's the same, I have the same issue with Zara jeans, where it's just like cardboard, like straight.
Yeah, I get you.
And you know, it's not made for.
The issue I have with boxers is that I don't have a penis, so the little penis,
a sack of air.
So it's just fucking body image stresses everywhere because I don't have a penis, and there's a little penis pocket, and it doesn't fucking, you know.
I saw a TikTok this morning of this girl being like,
"My puss is not big enough to fit in the peen pocket," and
my butt. Yeah.
No, I don't want a big puss. I'm fine.
I don't want a big purse.
I'm so good with my small coin purse.
My small coin purse.
You know, it just clicks and everything.
But I saw this thing this morning where it's like men boxers have pouches.
Not all of them.
For their cocks. Nah. Majority do.
Majority, yeah.
But for like women, thongs specifically.
Oh yeah, some of them can literally cut you in two.
Yeah, in the front like and the back.
Sorry, some of the things I look at, like, you know, when you're like on Pretty Little Thing and you see a bodysuit and it's one of those high leg bodysuits,
yeah, it's like,
or even shapewear, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, like, hear me out. I don't have a big purse, as we've just found out. I don't have a big purse.
See, I do.
And some of them, I'm like, honestly, where is the gusset? It looks like the front is the back. That's how small the gusset is.
Yeah, it's like a literal,
and I'm literally like my puss would swallow this whole.
See, my mum calls it what is it? Pussy floss.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like the floss thing for your teeth.
Literally, as I said, the front looks like the back.
Yeah. Which is crazy, because regardless of front or back, I look at the models, I'm like, where is your pussy?
Photoshopped out.
Where is it?
The gusset is in your flaps, and they photoshopped the gusset on the outside.
Like they've tucked woman.
Literally.
Have to tuck woman.
Literally, do you remember so I have that Skims bodysuit, the shapewear one, and oh my god, yeah, it snatches me. But honestly, it's like that thing from, you know, that worm from June, you know, the film. It's like that. And it just pops out the ground and swallows everything in sight. That's what my puss does to the gusset. I'm telling you. Honestly. I'm like, Kimmy K. I know she has a big puss. Don't sue me. But I know Kimmy K has a big puss. And she's making gussets that literally look like floss. Fucking bitch. Bitch! Kimmy K has a big puss. Come on. You don't have a bunda like that without a big purse. What? Kimmy K has a big purse. She does. Kanye likes big purse. Come on.
Oh god.
She's got some flaps on her. I'm telling you.
Ham sandwich.
She's got a fucking cubana down there. You know, a cubano sandwich. She's got one of them down there.
That's so good.
I've just got a bog standard ham and cheese. She's got a big old fucking cubano down there, and she's making gussets that literally look like.
Please stop talking about Cuban sandwiches like that.
I've not ruined it for anyone, but I'm telling you, she's literally made gussets that are smaller than my middle finger. Bitch. Anyway. Gussets do, like, this is what I'm saying about pressures for women. Gussets should not be inside me. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It's like, what's her name? Gwyneth Paltrow and her fucking pussy rock. Like, what is that?
We're not mentioning that woman on this podcast.
Sorry. She looks to be
fair, she actually looks
she
like
who have
she who have goop.
She who have goop.
She who shall not be goop. She has she looks like
vaginal steaming. It's like, what is that? What is it supposed to do? That's gonna balance my PhD.
Oh yeah. Not my doctorate. It's gonna balance my doctorate.
PH and give me a UTI.
Honestly, the amount of products I see in like drugstores that I'm like, that will give me a UTI. That will give me thrush.
Also,
what the fuck is that?
The shame that comes with like normal pussy smells.
Oh yeah.
Like, I saw this thing on TikTok Shop and it was like, make your pussy taste like pineapple. Just be hydrated and you'll be fine, babe. You don't need like Febreze for your pussy. Like,
Femfresh is the biggest scam.
Yeah,
there is. And I watched a dermatologist on TikTok tell about it, so it's not me making it up.
But that's the thing. It's like there's so much pressure. I think with like cranberry juice. Like I brought cranberry juice once, and we're like, "Oh, are you having sex with a man?" I was like, "What do you mean?" Like,
no,
apparently
it helps with UTIs.
UTI. No, pineapple juice was the one that I was like,
"Oh yeah."
And it's like it makes your like
apparently it does. But
yeah, but I'm not doing it with the intention of a man. I'm doing it because I want pineapple juice.
But also, be so fucking for real. Do think about the sheer quantity of pineapple juice you'd actually have to eat or drink in order for the pH of your vagina to taste different. You'd have to eat.
Beyond going that, do you think men are thinking the same thing about their like cum? No. Like, let me have some roast beef.
You'd have to literally
like drown.
You'd have to move to Hawaii and work in the freaking doll factory.
Yeah.
And just eat pineapples for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yum.
Yeah. And also, we've got to be skinny, but we have to have big boobs. We have to have a big
thick, but not too thick.
And you can't have hairy arms. You can't have a hairy face. Like, I'm tired, sis.
You can't have stretch marks, but men don't like makeup, but I like natural makeup. But the natural thing that men...
Have you seen that TikTok where this woman shows men pictures and videos of women with the natural beat?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, is she wearing any makeup? And he's like, nah, she's not wearing any. And then she shows them the TikTok.
No.
And they're like literally in the mirror for like 40 minutes just to make themselves look quote unquote natural.
That's crazy.
And they're like, what the fuck? And it's like,
yeah,
she's wearing makeup, bro.
Men are stupid. They can't tell the difference from a green to a blue pen with makeup.
Like, men, it's weird because men know what they want, but at
the same time they don't.
But they don't. And then they will literally shag anything that moves.
Yeah. That's the thing, mate. That's something, someone said this to me. It's like, men date who they can, women date who they want.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also as well, the funniest fucking thing. Like, you know, like the amount of like 10 out of 10 worldies I see who are dating like absolute fucking creatures.
Yes.
And you're like, what? How? Why? Where?
Huh?
Huh? Okay.
What are we doing? What's happened?
What has happened? Be so for real.
What has happened? Like, I want to.
I can't think of an example, but you know the idea. Who? Who did I say? But I know who it is. Yeah, no, I know who it is.
Yeah.
And also, as well, when they're ugly, you get the bare minimum as well.
Yeah, double whammy. Like, no.
No. And then social media makes it all worse. Yeah. I'm too old for it. That's the problem. Like, I can't remember. When did I last post? I think it was like August of last year.
I posted.
Let's see. Do you know what it is as well? Like, I don't want to post a selfie. I don't want to post anything like that because I genuinely just feel ugly.
Yeah. Oh my god, someone wants to follow me.
Cute.
Oh, Zac Efron, apparently.
Hey!
Zac Efron, backup account. I'm an actor and proud of my profession. 14 followers.
Oh my god, Zac Efron's following me.
Zac Efron wants to follow me.
Yeah, literally, like, I haven't posted since
I posted
26th of August.
11th of December. But I actually had a spiral about this, and I was like, am I posting for myself, or am I posting for validation of others? I think I'm trying to be better at my professional one. But my personal one, I'm just like, listen, if I want to show you something, I'll just send it to you.
Yeah. And as well, like, if you have a professional one, that adds the pressure even more.
Which, in a way, yes and no, because, sorry, I also can't post that much because I'm busy doing my work.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, I don't feel the need to, I was saying this, I don't like social media, but if it weren't for the fact that my Instagram is like, and just Twitter as well, is purely,
I deleted my Twitter.
See, unfortunately, my industry is so reliant on it because so many other news go to Twitter first. So
yeah, no,
like I need it, but I can't wait for the point where I'm like stable enough in my career where I need Instagram. And yeah, but I think it's a lot of like, even just the pressure of posting a dump and making sure it's like Insta worthy,
looks good,
and like it looks good,
and then you're kind of
the
like
coloring is the same.
You're like
my life
worried,
looks glamorous. I was like, I literally don't care.
But then you're worried about likes. But then also I'm like, well, I'm not worried about likes because also I'm not gonna fucking get any likes.
Yeah, but also naturally, the more likes you get, the more
like it goes to the top, doesn't it?
No, it's not even that. It's just like, yes, you don't mind about likes, but this is going to help a little more if you have 118 versus 40.
Yeah,
and also that subconsciously does that. And I think we've also like come to a like I'm at the point in life where it's like I actually don't care about Instagram.
No,
and I care about my relationships more than that. And so I, over Christmas, obviously having time off, went through my Instagram and sort of unfollowed and removed followers that I don't really need or want them to know about my life anymore. And one of my friends texted me, he was like, oh, I thought we were friends. And I was like, what do you mean? It's like, you unfollowed me on Instagram. And I was like, it's not personal. Sorry, if you think
why does everybody take it personal?
If you think that our friendship is worth a fucking follow, I don't want it.
But also as well, like, he's obviously, was it a man that said it or a woman? Yeah. He's obviously like, oh, now my follower count's gone down. That's why he's saying that.
But I don't care.
Literally, I know. It's ridiculous.
I don't care, but I think it's also like, it's difficult to an extent. And my ex, I guess you could call him, didn't have Instagram. Because he was like, it's just, I'm working so hard. And people my age are living a completely different life. And I know I can't compare myself, but it's on my phone constantly. And it's difficult to like manage that when I'm working so hard and I still can't afford anything. Like I could, but I could afford maybe 2 trips a year. And some people are going on 7 trips.
How?
I don't know, but I'm literally not going to a single concert this year because I have 3 weddings.
I've got 2 weddings, 4 holidays.
Oh, fucking hell, girl. Yeah, I think I'm going to... Yeah, I have holidays as well. I have 1 holiday with my brother. But other than that, like, I'm working.
And then I'm like, how the fuck am I going to afford all this?
I had to set up, like, savings account.
I have one, but it's just going to get absolutely fucking obliterated.
No, but I have everything separated per wedding. So I have wedding 1, wedding 2, wedding 3. And I sat down the other day and I was like, based on like the time of the year, I'm going to check flights and like set, like if the flights are about 400, I'm going to set it to 500. And if the hotels are 600, I'm going to set it like £100 more.
I think as well, like definitely a pressure I feel is that I'm not really understood by people who are maybe of a different generation. It's like a lot of it you get is, oh, well, I had this when I was your age and I had this when I was your age. I'm like, all right, Karen. Like I said before, you could buy a house for 55p.
Yeah.
And your salary was covering that. My salary doesn't even cover fucking a coffee. So maybe don't tell me to stop buying avocados.
Also, like in dating, a lot of people are like telling me, it's like, oh, I don't know how you're doing it. I couldn't date nowadays. And I'm like, that's not something.
The bar is so low.
But that's not something I want to hear. Like, I am trying, and you're saying how it's so difficult. You don't want to, like, stop it. I know it's difficult. Yeah. I'm in it.
Yeah.
I'm in it, and it's discouraging.
I feel like the people that are saying that are also probably in like a really fucking unhappy marriage.
It's not even that.
That's why they're saying it. They're like, oh, I couldn't do it. And it's like, yeah, all right, great.
But it's not even that. It's like, even if you are in a happy marriage, it's like it genuinely is really difficult.
Like, just on the basis, like, think about it. So I work Monday to Friday, and every other Friday I have a saving grace and I get a Friday off. Blessed be the fruits. I wake up at 6. I get home at 6:30. If there's any delays, if there's a leaf on the track, I'll get home at 7. I have to cook. Then I have about maybe an hour and a bit, because if I start eating at like 8 or whatever, I'll have an hour and a bit, maybe 2, before I have to do exercise, go to bed. And then I have to shower. And then also, don't forget, I have to clean the house. Like, what? Like, just for the sheer fact, like, that's what my life looks like now. And then also, oh God, don't forget you have to keep up with your friends, and then you have to socialise. Yeah. Oh yeah, don't forget as well, I've got to have date nights so that my relationship doesn't fall apart. Like,
that's the thing.
I'm
it's like
one person.
That's the thing. It's like, how do I keep up my job? My job is also very social at night, so I might be like, also, I'm prioritizing my job because I do get free theatre tickets, and that's my fun date night with my married coworker. But it's like I have to see my friends, I have to talk to my parents, I have to work, and then you expect me to like go on dates with strange men, and like I just don't want to, because last time I'm not going to. I need to get laid, but like I don't want to
get like one of those boyfriend hookers.
Excuse me?
Yeah, there's like, sorry, they're not hookers. There are sex workers out there who provide a boyfriend experience.
But I don't want that. I just need to get laid, but I don't want to waste my evening with a man who's not gonna like
just hire a male sex worker.
No, I'll just have a really good wank, if I'm honest.
I mean, oh yeah, and then we're told off for doing that.
Yeah, and being open about it too.
Oh yeah.
Why do men get locker room talk and I can't even talk about my vibrator, my neon pink, like really pretty vibrator that sparkles?
Literally,
it makes me come more than men do.
I can't even fart. Not even allowed to fart.
Just do it.
No, obviously I do. But I give less. I don't give a shit. That's the problem. But like, women aren't allowed to do any of that.
No, but I like take it to the other extreme. Men are like, "Did you fart?" And I'm like, "Women don't fart.
No,
women don't shit either.
We poo in cubes.
No, we don't even poop. We don't have an asshole." What do you mean?
What do you mean?
We don't have an asshole. We only pee.
Like that to me is wild.
Like, instead of poo, we have period.
But like, where did that like disgust of women doing normal bodily functions come from?
Men not understanding it.
But they do it, and they know that women do it.
But the same with like periods. Periods are not disgusting.
But that I can understand maybe slightly more is because they don't have that.
Yeah, but I mean, I find period disgusting as well.
Not a fan.
I'm not a fan. I have to deal with it.
Say, for example, like I get blood all over my hand for whatever reason.
I'm not
like, oh my god! Like, do you know what I mean?
Like, oh.
But like a man would be, do you know?
Which is so funny to me.
But that I understand ever so slightly more, because they're like, ooh, fear of the unknown.
There's a difference between being disgusting and just basic hygiene, which is something that men tend to confuse quite a lot.
Maybe, yeah.
Because I find genuine, like, periods fine. Periods are normal. Not like, you know, what, like, not wearing deodorant or not taking care of yourself like men do sometimes. It's disgusting. That's disgusting. Don't talk bad about my period blood.
I just feel like the timeline of everything is so against me as I would say flat out as a person.
What do you mean?
Then also
elaborate. Because I think that's probably the deepest thing you've done.
Huh?
That's probably the deepest thing you've said.
Rude.
Say that again.
Rude. So by society standards, I should have 2 kids by now.
Yep.
I should have a house.
Yep.
I should have my career like pretty fucking settled, or if not it's settled, it should be almost there. I should be married.
Yep.
With my life partner, probably unhappy.
Yep.
I should be emotionally stable in myself.
Yep.
Like
confident.
I should have a wham body. I should have lost all the baby weight. Like, Do you know what I mean?
It's not
like,
normal.
What the fuck?
It's not normal, and it's just discouraging because I don't want to grow up in this world and have that be my purpose.
But I still feel like that, even though I'm like, hear me out, I'm fighting tooth and nail to be like, do you know what? Fuck off. I'm doing everything on my own timeline. It's still so hard because we're still surrounded by
so much of it.
So much of it. And, you know, there are people that are sticking to the timeline. For example, like some of our friends, obviously, as we said, are having kids, are getting married, and bought a house. But I don't know about you. I don't feel like I fit in that timeline.
I don't, because then I think about it now, and I'm like, let's say I do have a partner, and he asked me to marry him tomorrow.
I'd say no.
I'd say no, but not in like a you're not the love of my life. You are the love of my life. First. But even that, she's like, I'm not ready.
I want to be selfish. But be like,
it's not even being selfish, but it's just like I'm a child.
I'm just a teenager.
I'm just a baby. Like I had the realization the other day. I was like, oh, my best friend got married at 21. My brother's about to turn 21. And if my brother says I'm getting married in September, I'm like, no. Pull the fucking pull the plug.
But like, so my brother and sister-in-law, yes, they are a little bit older, but they've only been together by, I'd say, like max 3 years this year,
and they're getting
married this year.
Oof, that's crazy.
Like, I feel that to me is wild, but also I can see, obviously they are, you know, I'm not saying that they're not the one for each other, but I also see a lot of, let's get this fucking done. Come on, let's get on with it. Do you know what I mean?
I can't do that.
I can't. I also want to be selfish. Like, I want to do things
by myself, and I want to travel
at my pace, and I feel like I'm not allowed to. For whatever
this episode is actually making me really sad.
Well, on that note, that was lovely.
No, I'm kidding.
Good chat.
No, but it's true. It's like,
if it does make you sad, just say fuck off. Like, I will do things at my own
pace. And I'm doing it, and I'm doing it. But I think there's so much pressure culturally, but also,
how do we remove that pressure though? That's my question. Do you know what I mean?
By removing isolating yourself essentially. Because these are like, it's not like the weddings that we have. I don't know about you, but the weddings that I have coming up aren't people that I can necessarily say no to.
Because what, as in you don't want to go?
No, that I want to go, but I can't say no. Because they're actually really close friends.
Yeah.
And I want to be there. It's not like it's a close friend of a friend that I just know and they've invited me. Gladly to decline because I don't know anyone on there. But I'm like bridesmaid in 3 out of the 4 weddings I have. I can't say no to that. You know? So unless I isolate myself, delete social media, and not talk to anyone, unfortunately, I have to, because like now, even if you delete social media, we're gonna have a child at Christmas this year. Yeah. Have you thought about that?
Yeah. Oh yeah, my brother and sister-in-law are gonna be pregnant very soon.
Yeah, like, oh my god, that's cute.
Cute, but also like, what the fuck?
But that's the thing, and I was like, it's literally everywhere, and unless you buy that Euro house with me, and we fuck off to Italy, and just don't get phones, it's going to be everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's difficult.
And it's about, I suppose, like, particularly with social media and all the pressures that come with it for us as women and for us more generally, it's about looking at that at those pictures, at those videos, and going, okay, I'm gonna get on with my life now, which is a hard thing to do. Admittedly, it's a very hard thing to do, but that's the learning here. It's about going like, okay, that's not for me. I'm still looking, appreciating, and I'm still gonna do things.
Yeah, and you know who's really good at that? Nelly London.
Who's that?
Oh, she's an influencer. She started off as like a weight loss body kind of like positivity girly pop, but she's been very open about. There's one video that's brought me to tears. Spoiler: she was pregnant this year. She's been with her partner for about 7 years. I know who you're talking about. Yeah. And she was like, "I'm gonna make a video," and it's actually one of the most painful ones. I got pregnant this year.
Oh. I remember seeing this one where she's done that. She took the picture like with the Victoria's Secret wings, and she was like,
but she has a reel. And she actually play it.
No, I'll get copyright.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Basically, she was like, I was pregnant this year.
Did she get rid of it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
But she's like, I didn't get rid of it because I couldn't, like, you know, for health reasons.
Yeah.
I didn't get rid of it because, you know, I just wasn't ready.
Yeah.
I didn't want it and I didn't feel ready in my life.
Yeah. And that is the worst.
But also, it's very selfish because there's so many women who can't have that.
Yeah.
And I feel so guilty because I'm throwing it away. Quite literally. But you're not, because it's like, and it was honestly like a very, very candid reel that I actually really loved, because I feel like we always talk about abortion and loss and grief of a fetus out of miscarriages or rape. And it's never because I made the choice of putting myself first.
Yeah, we look at abortions as a last resort if you have no other options. And it's like, well, no, actually, I just don't quite feel ready.
Honestly, and I recommend just following her. She's such good vibes, and she's being so open about like...
I do recognize her, actually. The other one I like, what's her name? Is she called Bambi?
And she did that for Christmas. She was like, I know you're going to see everyone sharing like the 2024 successes, but I wanted to share my fails with you.
Absolutely.
To let you know that it's okay to have bad days and bad months as well.
And there's this other...
And I was like, that is honestly, like, someone here isn't doing it, and I actually genuinely love her. And she was like, she made a reel the other day, and she was like, I know I work on social media, but I also have severe depression.
But she's using her social media for the right reasons.
And so she was like, you know, posting some very fun moments, and the reel would cut to like her bathroom that hasn't been cleaned up in 2 weeks because a partner's busy and she's just depressed working. And honestly, like, I genuinely love her. The more I grow up, the more I like...
Yeah, we do. We need women like that who are just that little bit older than us and are saying, like, look, I've been there and done that.
She's actually like 32. Like, she's not that much.
There's this other lady who actually is a skincare girly. So she's called Bambi Does Beauty. She's like a skincare girly, but she also, when she's like doing her skincare routine, she's like talking about life and how she does it very, very differently. So she's been single for 15 years. I think she's like 32, 33. She's been single for 15 years.
Yeah.
Still lives at home with her mum and dad.
Aww.
What else? What else does she say? Never learnt to drive. What else? Loads of other stuff. But like, it's very affirming because you're like, oh shit, okay, cool. Don't feel so
shitty
alone
about it.
That's the problem for me, is I just want to find people I relate to.
That's the thing. And for me, she obviously is not necessarily a big girl, but like she has this one of like, I love curvy. Like, she's curvy, and she was like, the idea of having a man like touch my belly feels
even for
terrifying.
Even for me, it makes me feel sick, so don't worry.
And so the fact that she's like posting it and like absolutely, I was like, yeah, no, that's actually really cool, and it's not disgusting, and like, because I think it's repulsive in my opinion.
I don't like it.
Like, if anyone else does it to anyone else, that's fine.
Here, like, my ribs is fine, but any lower than that, so any lower than like the end of my ribs, and I'm like, can you move your hand,
can
please?
You stop?
Yeah, no. But my partner is very, very sweet and knows that I don't like it, so he will put it there, but he'll put his hand over the doona.
Yeah, that's fine, but it's like literally like,
yeah, no, hate
touching,
it.
like
even me doing that, like, even me touching it makes me feel
as like a protective thing. Like, no one else
I hate it.
But then I did see a Jamaican.
I go like this or I go like that.
Yeah, I did see a Jamaican. I was really, really like, still am insecure about it, but I saw a Jamaican comedian. She was like, I was sleeping. Oh, I don't know if she's Jamaican, but anyway, I think
a person of color.
No, she was. There's Jamaican somewhere, and I think it's the man she slept with, because she opened up about in her stand-up. She was like, you know, I was seeing a man and I was very like insecure about my like fupa, and then when I expressed it to this man, he was like, good pum needs shelter. And
I'm like, yeah. I've seen that sketch. Yeah,
that's quite good
in a very funny way.
Yeah, and it's quite good in a very funny way, but actually it's like normalizing the insecurity, but also normalizing the fact that other people have it.
Absolutely.
And the body dysmorphia of it all is crazy.
But we, like, as well, if you think about it, like, we grew up in the noughties when Victoria Beckham was called fat.
Yeah.
Literally.
Skinny heroin.
Yeah,
skinny heroin chic.
And, like, I'm not going to lie to you.
It's coming back.
But irregardless of that, part of me still craves that look.
Oh, yeah.
Which is really bad.
It's really bad. Because now, obviously, wedding season's coming up. You're obviously, especially in the bridal party.
Like, we've made a pact, haven't we? Because we're going on holiday. Like, April. I've literally set it in my calendar.
Yeah.
And I'm like, April 1st.
Are you weighing yourself? Is that how you're?
No.
Okay.
No, because I think that's gonna.
That's why I don't. That's just gonna get really bad. I'm gonna end the trip and be like, I'm not going.
I'm not going. Yeah, I've literally spent all the money. I'm not going. Someone else.
I'm not going.
No,
I'm not.
Our friend that we don't talk to can go.
Go
instead.
She'll cry.
But like, yeah, no, I'm not weighing myself because, like I said, that will get really ugly. But I'm gonna, do like no takeaways, which is hard for me because I have one every week. No takeaways.
One every week is fine.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
is. So one takeaway, no takeaways.
Yeah.
No takeaways. Try, because like again, like we spoke before, I've completely fallen off the wagon.
Yeah.
With my exercise. And
yeah, but you started a new job. Like please give yourself grace. Because
that goes back to that whole pressure thing, doesn't it? Because like I used to live one way where I would do like exercise
every day.
Pretty much every day. Five times a week min.
Yeah.
And now I'm like,
that's the thing. You started a new job, and I'm the same way. Like usually, I'm might eat out.
But it's
once or twice a week.
So bad.
Since I've gotten back home from Christmas, I've just like started work incredibly fast.
It's just,
and I think I've eaten out every single day.
But like as well,
and I try to keep it as healthy as possible. But it's just like I miss cooking at home.
But like I get annoyed because I give myself grace, and then I get annoyed that I'm giving myself grace. Yeah. So I'm like, oh babe,
so you're getting stressed when you have nothing to do.
This is
so
my
you're
little
stressed.
internal monologue. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna do exercise tonight. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm really like I'm falling asleep like on the sofa. I'm gonna go to bed, and then I'll be in bed, and I'm like looking at my watch. I'm like, oh, it's like 9:30, 9:40. Yeah. You really could have done something.
But
and I'm like, for fuck's sake.
Your body needs it.
But then I'm like...
It needs rest. Rest is also incredibly productive.
So then I have rest, and then I have too much rest.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, I give myself rest, and I give myself grace, and then like, it'll be the second day in a row that I'm like falling asleep on the sofa, and I'm like, right, I'm gonna go to bed, and I'm like, for fuck's sake, this is the second day in a row that you've not done anything. Yeah. And it's like, ugh.
But it's also, sometimes you do need that motivation, but how inaccessible is working out at home sometimes?
It's fine. In terms of accessible, it's fine for me. It's just that like, brain.
Yeah, but let's say like this is a fairly good space for like yoga and like Zumba. You could do Zumba here, but like I was looking at these like at home Pilates kits, and
they're like 80 quid.
No, the one I was looking at.
Is it like that one called like My Pilates or something?
Yeah, so I was looking at that one, and they were like, "Oh,
I want to get that actually."
So it's like custom plan. The plan itself for 6 weeks, so like 25 quid, which is not bad. But the plan, you need the Me and My Pilates Fit class thing. Obviously, you can get the kit. You can actually obviously get the, you can get it an off-brand one on Amazon, but it's like, with if you pay for the exercise plan, you get 45% off. And I was like, how much is this fucking kit that's 45% off? Vanilla, 100 and something pounds. I was like,
for bits of plastic and some socks.
Yeah, for bits of plastic and some socks. And I was like, I'm not paying that because what?
Literally,
what?
Outrageous.
And it's like, but if I want to go to a reformer Pilates class, £200 a month.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is crazy. And unfortunately, my schedule is so not like I have a routine within a very hectic schedule. But, I've had I'm in rehearsal now. I have a crazy, I haven't been able to, I'm getting home, also rehearsing fucking far away. So I'm leaving my house at 8.
Yeah, literally.
And getting home at 8. So it's like
8 till 8.
8 till 8. Yeah, so it's like, by the time I actually, I don't even want to cook. I've skipped breakfast and I've skipped dinner. I'm like, I'm going straight to bed.
Yeah.
I'm showering.
I feel shit about going to bed. And also, I don't want to be an evening shower girly. I hate it.
Oh, see, I love being an evening shower girl.
That's a different topic, though.
It relaxes me so much.
And on that note, shower in the morning, girls.
Shower at night.
Shower in the morning.
Shower at night.
Shower in the morning.
Shower at night.
Sets you up for the day.
No.
Yes.
Shower at night. Sets you up for the night.
How can we both be a Libra and not shower in the
balance?
Morning? No, shower in the morning.
Shower at night.
This is the thing. I have to be an evening shower girl.
Okay, listen.
I have to, and I can't.
It depends where I am.
No.
Because I don't mind being a morning shower if I'm at home, because I'm not in the nasty, stinky TFL felt fucking like cloth seats.
I just stand for an hour on the Victoria line.
So, but even then, like the level of germophobia, I'm not going to get into it because I'm going to.
That's a different topic.
But it's the germophobia. I won't be able to if I don't clean my phone and I know I've put it down on somewhere sticky. I will get up from bed.
You need one of those little pot things that you put your phone in, the slidey things.
The toaster.
The toaster, yeah.
Toaster.
But on that note, we really must go. Shower in the morning.